Well, good morning, everybody. I am joined today with my Vice President, Margarita Ortiz, and we've been making some social media posts, making some waves on big news dropping on Monday. So we are here on this Monday morning to talk to you about the big news dropping and how it's going to help our community, how it's going to help our customers, and we already have customers taking advantage of this program. So at this point, I'm going to ask Marg to talk a little bit about our news that is dropping for all of our followers on social media.
All right, this is a big deal here. We are now offering financing. That's right. So now all those projects that are being held back because you don't have the money to do it, well, now you can just do easy monthly payments and you can get those jobs on calendar, get them rolling. But let's just kind of dive in some of the good points about the financing that we're going to be offering to our customers.
Sure, so let me ask the question, Marg. How easy is it to get financed?
It's very easy. So we have a financing calculator. If you want to know details immediately, you can just type in certain...
The financing calculator. We got you covered.
Big deal. You just type in basic information, income, then you gotta, in the beginning, to get pre-qualified, if you know your FICO score, we can kind of run some rough numbers and give you exactly to the T pretty much on how much your monthly payments are gonna be, just depending on the length of the term, whether it's 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, or maybe you just want to do a short 1 year type of a deal, and then it will give you your monthly payments, and then it will give you the interest rate that you're going to be paying on those monthly payments throughout that period of time.
So, hey, Margarita, how many lenders are we working with?
We're working with 14 lenders.
14 lenders.
They will compete to get your business.
So, are there any fees? Are there any financing fees? Are there any dealer fees?
There are no fees involved with it. Just, you know, like any other loan, you're gonna pay interest on that money, but you don't have to get a HELOC, a home equity line of credit, or nothing like that. You can you don't have to refinance your house to do some of these projects. So now you can just easily do it this way, and you don't have all those fees involved when you have to pull a line of credit or tap into doing a refi, which is going to cost you money to do the paperwork and the whole process, just besides the real estate agents when you're doing one of those. So it's a big deal for some people that don't have the capital to actually get some of the stuff that needs to get done on their homes when it comes to repairs, when it comes to remodels and whatever maybe the term ideal is in between their next step, their next move.
So, couple of things to know about working with our 14 lenders is all you basically need is a credit score of 500, and you need a job. So it's very easy to get qualified for financing through the lenders that we are using. Now, we have been in business 18 years, and over the years, we've come across many projects that, you know, the homeowner or maybe the landlord just doesn't have the capital, just doesn't have the money to take care of the issues that we found at that property, whether it's fungus dry rot, whether it's wet rot, whether it's maybe pigeon droppings on the roof or under the solar panels, you know, because these jobs can get quite expensive. We've done jobs all the way up to $20,000, $5,000. We just closed out a job 2 weeks ago for $13,000 on a church building in Fresno. And so there are times where capital is not available for these types of jobs. And over the span of 18 years, you know, we've had to turn clients away, or they had to go through what Margarita was talking about, the refinance process, and that takes time to do. And sometimes that process is discouraging. Refinancing, today may be made easier, but at times it was discouraging to go through that process. With our lenders, it's very simple. It's very easy. A 500 credit score and a job, and you can pretty much get financed for up to $100,000. So this opens up an avenue for
within 1 to 5 business days.
1 to 5 business days. And a quick example of that is we did an inspection last week in Los Banos, California, and the whole job is going to cost about $4,375 to be exact. And it is a rental property. And you know, rental properties are investment properties, and people get real estate for investments and for long-term gain. And so the landlord on this property said, hey, I just don't have the funds for that type of project. And I said, hey, no problem. We are actually offering financing. And so he was our first customer that went through the process, and actually got a text message from him this morning. And he said, hey, everything went well over the weekend. I got approved for $20,000. And he basically said, I'm going to go ahead and take the loan for $20,000. I'm going to pay you guys the $43.75 to do the service on that rental property, and then I'm going to take the rest of that money that I got qualified for and upgrade the property. So this actually opens up a door for lenders, investors, for people that own properties to help you do those repairs on your property that you've been holding off on because you haven't had the capital. It's very easy to get the funds. So we are already helping customers. We had one customer that we just helped, and we sent out some financing paperwork to another customer in Sanger, California, that's wanting to do some remodeling because there was some rodent damage. And I think that service came out to about $3,700. And so we should have an approval hopefully today or tomorrow, and we can get that job scheduled. Anything else you want to add, Margarito?
Another good point is you can actually borrow to pay your insurance deductible. Sometimes that's the hiccup. Just like a car, you have a deductible on some of these insurances that you have at your personal residence. And like a car, if you get in a wreck, you got to fix the car, but they'll ask you for a deductible, and that may be, $500, $1,500, $2,000, and sometimes people can't even afford the deductible because it's just too much money for that time period. Well, you can actually borrow to get the process started. The project may be $50,000, but what's holding you back is just the deductible of $5,000 that you need to get so you can get the process started. So you can actually borrow the $5,000 to get the insurance deductible out of the way, so you can start tapping into the insurance part of it, so they can repair and do whatever, so you can hire out whatever you need to do to get everything set up at your house.
So with the 14 lenders that we are working with, there are options of 0% interest. I'm looking at my notes here. 0% interest up to 18 months. Obviously, if you have a good credit score, you're not going to have to pay interest. It is based on your FICO score, and you just need a minimum score of 500, and you'll be able to get qualified for something to do the upgrades on your home or your rental property that maybe you've been holding off on because you haven't had the income or you haven't had the capital to take care of that. Now you can go through us. We can get you qualified. They'll send the money directly to you. You give us a call, say, hey, the loan got funded. You can pay us over the phone with a credit card. You can have a check ready for us when we show up. We can do the projects that you've been wanting to get done over these last few years that you haven't been able to take care of. Anything else, Margarito?
Let's just do a quick example.
Sure.
On the financing calculator. Let's say your project is $10,000. So we'll type in, we have an app for that. Everything can be done with the technician that's there to do your bid and your inspection. So let's go off of $10,000. It's a $10,000 project, and then let's say your FICO score is good, between 740 and 681. So then we're gonna let this load. So then it'll give us a quick breakdown. 7 years, $178 a month. 5 years, $261 a month. 3 years, $362 a month. And this is all gonna vary. You can put $5,000 down towards the project and finance the rest. You can do no money down and finance the whole thing. So it's very simple. It's very easy to get pre-approved, pre-qualified to get funding for your project, and it's just another way we're just opening up a new door, because we're running across a lot of this with the bigger projects. Is people don't have the money up front to do all the work. So this just kind of breaks it down, and just like pretty much we have two sets of people that pay cash, and then there's the people that use payments to do their projects and all that. We have those two people, but typically when we didn't have this door open for the financing part, they were going towards having to get a home equity line of credit, refinancing their house, waiting for escrow to close, and all this stuff. But now they can just do it up front, and it opens a new door for our clients, so they can get things done a lot faster.
for our existing customers, we just did an email campaign not too long ago, and you probably got an email, you probably got a text message from our company, and it basically says an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of a cure. And so we're offering our annual termite inspections. We'll come out, do the inspection for you, and try to prevent some of these long-term damages that's going to cost thousands and thousands of dollars. And maybe you haven't had an inspection on your house in quite some time, and now is the time to go ahead and schedule that annual inspection. We can come out, crawl underneath the house, get on the roof, find out exactly what's going on there, and we can give you a price to fix it. And now it's easier for you to get the job done, because now that we offer financing, you can do a $10,000 job like Margarito said and only have to pay $170 a month and make sure your house is taken care of and fix the problem when it's small before it gets to be something larger, and then we have to do a major remodel on your structure.
That's it.
All right, you guys have a good day. Go for it.
We got big dropping news for next Monday, guys.
We got dropping news next Monday. Stay tuned. I don't even know what that news is, so I guess I'll find out after we close out this video, and then Margarita will be here to tell us about the dropping news next Monday. All right. Until then,